The debate over whether or not angels are real is one that's been hotly debated on both sides for generations. There have been countless sightings over the years, with many disbelievers saying that they can't be legitimate. But these 5 angel sightings that prove heaven is real are incredible examples that many say will put the debate to rest once and for all. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every day for more amazing content. With that being said, let's begin. Number 5. Backyard angel sighting. This photo quite clearly shows a figure that certainly looks angelic. It was taken by an unidentified person and uploaded for the entire world to see, proving that angels could quite possibly be real. We don't know much of the backstory here, but we'll admit that it's a strange sight, and one that would make us think twice about stating once and for all that angels aren't real. With cameras being so prevalent these days, especially with the advent of cell phone cameras, shots like these are cropping up all over the place, furthering the argument of angels in real life. Some have said that this could just be a wisp of smoke, but there's no evidence of a fire anywhere in the area. Other unbelievers say that it could just be a poorly developed photo, but most people who have taken a look still aren't convinced that this could be anything other than an actual angel making their way through a park. The uploader admits that they were initially skeptical about angels, but say that this image has made them come around in that regard, and we have to agree that the theory of this being an angel does have a lot of weight to it. Number 4. Erin Potter. Seen in this picture playing with a pair of sparklers in her hands as she plays in her backyard, Erin Potter has been diagnosed with leukemia that had wreaked havoc on her life ever since. Doctors were able to fight off the cancer, but it kept returning, becoming worse each time. The third time it returned, doctors decided to give the girl yet another bone marrow transplant. As she prepared for this life-saving surgery, she tried to act like a normal kid, with her parents doing everything in their power to help her lead a normal life. Nobody was convinced that the transplant would work and feared the worst instead. Her mother took this photo not long before she was due to undergo the procedure and didn't think anything of it until she looked at the photograph later on. That's when she noticed the figure standing over Erin. She knew that nobody had been near the girl when the picture was taken and was amazed that the camera had caught what seemed to be an angel watching over her daughter. The figure does look a lot like a person draped in a cloak, watching Erin intently, and experts have said that the photo is absolutely genuine and hasn't been doctored at all. Erin went into surgery for her bone marrow transplant only days after this shot was taken, with the result being something that nobody had ever expected. Her cancer simply disappeared, which wasn't supposed to happen according to doctors. They said the transplant was only supposed to help ease her suffering, and that there were many more treatments that the child should have undergone to completely eradicate the deadly disease. This picture is proof that Erin had a guardian angel to watch over her, making sure that she was healed completely even before the doctors put her under. After years of battling with such a debilitating disease, Erin is now living a normal life, and her cancer hasn't even begun to make another appearance. Her family says that it must be due to this angel watching over their daughter, and say that they are true believers, convinced that God sent a messenger from the heavens to help the ailing girl. We think this story is touching and are amazed that she was able to make such a speedy recovery, albeit with a little help from above. Number 3. Chelsea Banton. When Chelsea Banton was only 14 years old, she had already suffered quite tremendously. She had numerous developmental disabilities, and her family said that she spent most of her life in various hospitals, who, it seemed, were unable to help her. Her maladies were becoming too much for the poor girl's body to handle, and this photo was taken when she'd been hospitalized for pneumonia. Doctors said that there was absolutely nothing that medical science could do for her from that point on, and that she was probably gonna die sooner rather than later. That must have been hard for her mother to hear, and she agonized over the decision of whether or not she should pull the plug or leave her daughter to die a natural death. This wouldn't have been an easy decision either way, and after a lot of wrestling